Yeah, hi everyone. So as a writer, you decide to start a blog, but uh, means you're not able to because you're stuck. It means which form of writing you want to start with, whether you write a blog post or an article. I mean, they are different form of writing that is available. Means you can either write a blog post or you can write an article, an ebook. Means they are various content comes in different shapes and sizes depending on your audience, your what they want to perceive like. Uh, there are some major difference besides the style and the research. There are some key differences that are there between a blog post and an article. So, in this blog post, my highlight will be only on blog post and article. So, in this podcast, I what I will be dealing with is to highlight some key differences between a blog post, or a blog, and an article. So, first thing first. Firstly, what is a blog? Uh, a blog is nothing but a journal, online journal. It's a diary. So, it's. I won't say it is new, but yes, fairly new thing that is there. Whereas an article, it has been there for around 100 years, 100 odd years. It is so. I mean. So that is a major difference between a blog post and an article. Second thing is that about a blog post and article is that a blog post is published uh, within a blog on a particular website. So uh, you you have a website about your company where you list down all your products, and then you have a separate section of a blog where you provide all the content related to your company or any other topic. So whereas an article, you can publish it anywhere. You can either publish it in print media like magazines or any other place in print media, in newspaper, in your website, anywhere you can publish it. So third thing is that usually a blog post is published in a reverse chronological order. So the most recent blog post will come first. So whatever is your latest blog post that you publish, that would come on the top. So whereas in a article, there's nothing called a particular order. It is always published with a timestamp. uh, so you publish it based on the publication date that is available, and not in any particular order. Next major difference between a blog post and an article is that um, a blog post is basically written to voice your opinion. So from a personal perspective. You can include various facts within the blog. So you can quote some references as well, some research articles, but it is generally written from an opinion perspective to voice your opinion. So come to think of it, you can consider a blog. Like the issue that is going right now, the coronavirus issue. And you have to raise your voice regarding this. So you can write a blog on that particular issue. It's about, and you can write about it. But whereas an article, it is written to convey some facts, some information, or some news, and you need to write it in a very unbiased format. So you need to take all the people in the consideration. It's not really voicing your opinion. So it is basically general information that you need to convey to the audience, just based on your audience profile. Next thing is the length. The length of the blog post. That is really a very key difference. A blog post, the length can vary from as low as 300 words to as high as around 3000 to 4000 blog posts. Which is also called a long tail keyword blog. But an article, it's usually long articles only. It's more than 2000 or 3000 words. It's not less than that. So it's purely research based. You do a thorough research and then come up with an article. Next is the purpose of the blog post. So what is the real purpose? The real purpose of the blog post is that you need to create an authority so let's say you are a master in a finance industry. So you need to create an authority in that particular niche or field. So you write about it so that people know you. You get clients based on what you have. You are voicing your opinion on. For instance, you are a finance expert and you want to write about the current coronavirus, on how the impact of finance industry in the coronavirus thing. So you write really the blogs on it. People will know you. People will you build your brand around it. They will collaborate with you. They will contact you for any further assignments, engagements as well. Whereas for an article, so basically the purpose of the blog post is to keep the visitors on the site for as long as possible. Whereas purpose of the article is to provide it's just to provide information based on the whatever topic that you are writing on in full description. There is no objective, there is no other key objective in that. So, and last but not the least is the language. The language that is generally used in a blog post is a very informal one, a casual approach. You can use grammar, but it's not really considered using pure English grammar. It is not mandatory to use pure English grammar, but it's good that you write it in an English grammar, obviously. Because that's why the people would, the readers, they would be able to understand your blog post. But it's not really mandatory. You can use a very casual or a conversational approach while writing a blog post, whereas in an article it is strictly written in a formal and a sophisticated manner, and there are certain norms based on your style guide of your company, where you have to follow while writing an article. So these are the major differences between the blog post and an article. But the key thing, the major thing that I want to highlight in all these things is the one caption. The key, or you can say the one catchy title that I want to is content is the king. Whether you're writing a blog post or an article or any form of writing, content is the king, and you need to write from that perspective for any audience that you are writing. Thank you for listening to my podcast, and do let me know your comments in the comments below on how do you like my podcast. Thank you. Bye.